Well, hello, my badass friends. My name is Cece, and this is my badass life. I'm actually doing a little stretching this morning. I just got off the treadmill. So if you're wondering why I'm sweaty, that's why. And stretching is not something that I do very well because my body is more like a piano wire than a noodle. So you'll have to bear with me while I do this. I'm checking in this morning to let you know, yes, we're home. Yes, came home to snow, and it was beautiful, except we had to plow to get into the driveway or get the van in the garage. But I digress. What is our topic today? Well, let's talk a little bit about attitude adjustments and reframing. So earlier in the week, or sorry, last week, I got a text message confirming my oncology appointment today, and that is always cause for the beginning of a cycle of anxiety that starts happening. So no scans this time, just blood work, not even a Guardant reveal this time, which is my ctDNA test. We've decided to go to every 6 months with that, which is on one hand a win, but on the other hand, that's the thing that every 3 months was giving me serious peace of mind about being in remission and being cancer-free. So not doing that this time actually creates a little anxiety, even though it should be a good thing that I've gone to every 6 months. So you can see how this weird circle of swirling goes in the head, right? So then, you might remember that before we left, 3 months ago now, before we left, we actually were gone for like 10 weeks. And so 3 months ago, we had to do the whole gambit of appointments right before we left. We had oncologists, and we had our regular doctor, and we had just all kinds of appointments, right? And so today I have to go get regular blood work, and then I have to go to the oncologist and get blood work. So regular blood work is for, hormone check and all that with the regular doctor. And then I get blood work at the oncologist's office, where they also do a CEA, which is a cancer antigen blood test. And as long as that's low, I'm good. But again, cause for a little stress and anxiety. And then I visit with the oncologist. And then after that, I go and get a mammogram. And after that, I go to PT. So today I have 4 appointments in one day. And yeah, it's stressful. It would be 4 appointments in one day would be stressful for anybody, but the nature of these appointments is very nerve-wracking. And of course, a mammogram should be fine and no problem, right? But, being a cancer survivor of any type always then makes you go, another scan, yikes. And so that's where I was at. So really, up until yesterday, I was kind of a mess. And I don't mean like a mess like every day I'm like, oh, but it definitely adds a level of underlying stress to my week that is always present. It makes me a little crankier. It makes me a little tougher to deal with, if you're my sweet Amy. And so anyway, this morning I woke up really, really early. Got up at 5 because I have to be on the road by 7 a.m. here. So I got up at 5. This is what I used to do before chemo. I got up at 5. I sat in meditation and had a conversation with the divine creator and my guides. And we had a nice long chat. And then I came down and I got on the treadmill and I ran 2 miles. And so I'm feeling pretty good about things, but it was interesting because I had this little mini epiphany on the treadmill, which was that it's funny, sometimes I look at this all wrong, right? Like cancer survivors, because of scanxiety and just the whole anxiety that goes with being a survivor, especially, not especially, all of us have this, but when you're in remission, you're always waiting for that other shoe to drop, even though you don't mean to be waiting for the other shoe to drop, because you're on one hand so flippin' grateful, and on the other hand you're like, yeah, but when? And there is no but when, because here's what I realized today on the treadmill is that I'm looking at these appointments all wrong. I should be looking at these appointments to validate my excellent health, right? So the hormone blood work is going to validate my excellent hormones. The CEA test is going to validate my remission. My blood work is, hopefully, fingers crossed, going to validate my immunity abilities. And it's all going to be excellent. I need to look at today as a way of validating. Oh, and my mammogram is going to validate my breast health. I have to look at this differently. So instead of looking at these appointments as what could go wrong, I have to look at them as what would go right. And of course, that is much harder said than done, but I can do it. And you know what? So can you. Have a beautiful day, my friends. Mwah.